DeMarcus Ware joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. How was that, DeMarcus? How was that?
Hey, you know what? That is awesome. And I'm trying to check out what kind of new sound bites you guys have. I mean, I don't know what the deal is.
Have you ever been with a teammate where they need to focus on the task at hand and they're doing their own thing, DeMarcus? Has that ever happened to you?
So, teammates, so they're trying to focus on the task at hand, and then somebody's distracting you. Is that what you're really saying?
Well, they're not focusing on the task at hand, which on this show is listening to me. You know what I mean?
You know what? The only thing you can do is you got to get on them. I think you have to give somebody a pep talk and get up under their skin a little bit.
Yes. Okay. So basically, I should be more aggressive as a teammate when it comes to that.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if they nominate you as the captain of the team,
yes,
you got to be able to. Sometimes they got to respect you, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Von Miller's been on the show. You haven't been physically here yet. Von was physically here. He sees my name's all over the studio. It's on a mug. It's on this screen behind me. You know.
Hey, listen. That means that you're captaining. That's what exactly.
I've got the C on my chest, DeMarcus. But you know.
That's right.
So did you like that intro? That you're the best player in the history of Troy football?
Hey, you know what? OC's gonna be so pissed about that. You know what? That's awesome.
Well, the backstory, and I mentioned it on yesterday's show, is I once introduced OC as that, forgetting that you went to Troy, and you let me have it next time you saw me, DeMarcus. That happened, right?
Oh, he's got. You know out there, he's going to. It's known that he is the best player out of Troy.
Okay, where have I caught you right now? Where are you right now?
I just worked out at the facility and got my little extra workout in for the week, and now just heading home.
Is this the best defense you've ever been on?
It is. I can actually say that as a whole, when you think about all the guys that are on our defense, how we're playing and gelling together, I would say this is the best defense I've played on.
And Wade Phillips at the controls of it. Now, obviously, you go way back with Wade. Has that been the major difference maker between this year and last?
I think, yeah. When you think about, first of all, just the guys being more comfortable with playing with each other and knowing how they fit in the defense, what are their roles. Mm-hmm. But then bringing in Wade, and he's making it a lot more simplified to where you can use athleticism to make plays. Mm-hmm.
And he also really enjoyed beating Green Bay. He even tweeted about it, DeMarcus, saying that he likes chicken parm tastes good. He says, especially with cheese, which was a shot at Wisconsin, and also a shocking lack of knowledge that there is no chicken parm without cheese. But we can excuse that. You know,
we got to excuse that, man. I mean, they're just Wade, just being Wade. But the thing is that was a big game for us and a big measuring stick for us, and that was an awesome team that we played. And that type of team is that type of contender that's going to always get it done.
DeMarcus Ware joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. So, what did you see on film and execute against Aaron Rodgers in a way that no defense has been able to execute against Aaron Rodgers and keep him to the numbers that he posted Sunday night?
Yeah, I mean, when you sit back and you sort of, think about the preparation of the week, we had 2 weeks to prepare for Green Bay. And, I mean, they are a very, very good team. You got Aaron Rodgers that, probably one of the best quarterbacks in this era and ever to play. And their offense is really good. And their defense, I think they were, top 3? Mm-hmm. So that type of team, caliber team, I think it was just the game is always won in the trenches. And I always say that's where it starts here with the offense and defensive line. And we were just able to, get pressure in pressure situations and just play well and make those big plays and get off on third down.
Has Peyton Manning heard what's been said about him and his career and where he stands and how the offense was the one that was slowing this team down? Has he heard any of that stuff, DeMarcus?
Yeah, he hears that every single week by, everybody that's out there about, there's not a run defense, Peyton's lost this. Everybody always says all of those things, but you know what? When you have guys that come up to him and look him eye to eye and say, you know what? It's not about just, putting up the numbers. It's about, get out there and you manage the game. This is a team thing. Let's not, like other years where you have to carry the team on your back. Now let's disperse all of the responsibilities on the defense, on the special teams, on the offense, and let's go out and win games.
Have you verbalized that to him?
Yeah, I mean, we talk back and forth all the time, and he looks me back in the eyes, and he tells me, hey, you know what, you're right. This right here is how we need to do, or what we need to do to win games.
And that's what?
And dispersing the responsibility, because if he's a guy that's been scoring 45 points, 30 points a game, and it's been that offensive type style sort of rapport of, okay, this is an offensive team. Now let's sort of change it up a little bit. Let's say you have a great defense, you have a great offense, and you're playing well on special teams, having an all-around game, and that's what happened last week.
And yet he's going back to the spot where he had all those Hall of Fame years this weekend. What do you think this game means to Peyton, DeMarcus?
I think this game right here was, what, it don't matter where you are in your career, it was that confidence builder for him to let him know that, hey, I still got this. You know what, I'm still in this thing. We're rolling. And you know what, there's only one thing that's on my mind, and that's getting to that end. That's that championship.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that he's going back to Indy, you don't think has any extra special?
You know what? If I was going back to Dallas, it would be something special for me. So I know that's something that's special for him going back to Indy and trying to get that team win. And I think this right here would make him the most winningest quarterback in NFL history. I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, if he goes and wins this game, not to be cliche about anything, but we're behind him 100%, and we're just ready to play this game.
And if he throws for over 286 yards, which he did against Green Bay, he would pass Favre in that category too, all time.
Wow. And that's just a testament of consistency. All the adversity that he's been through his career, that's what the leader's about. They call him the sheriff, and he's been, doing what he needs to do for, these amount of years. And, that's big to be able to, to be just part of history.
DeMarcus Ware joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. And you mentioned Dallas. I have to ask you, DeMarcus, because we know that Dallas let you walk, and you're obviously in a great spot. I'm not saying that to say that you're not in a great spot, but Dallas let you walk. And then the number of people that they have brought in with character issues, to say the least, can fill one hand, essentially. Does that upset you, seeing the decisions that Dallas has made, especially in light of the fact that they made a decision to let you go?
The thing is, this is a business, and you got to sort of sit back and think about, the guys that you let loose and the guys that you bring in. And, I mean, they've been a productive team. They played well last year. They're doing pretty well this year. And, you got to look at it as a business, just like they bring in, Vernon Davis in here. You never know he was going to leave San Francisco, but I'm glad that now he's a teammate of mine with the Denver Broncos. And you got to look at it as a business, and you have to, make those business decisions and do what's best for you.
All right, DeMarcus. I appreciate you calling in to the show.
Yes, sir.
I've known you for, since 2005 when you stepped off the campus at Troy.
Yeah.
Now, here we are in 2015. I've got my show. I'm in my first year plus. It's your first time on here. I'd like to have you as a regular. Can I?
You know what? That would be awesome. But the only way you're going to do that is you run that 40 again. I got to see you run the 40.
Well,
serious talk. We got to run the 40 again. We got to get a better time. I think last time you ran a 4.7.
No.
Which I'm giving you a lot of leeway.
Yes, you are.
We got to get you down to a 4.6. Let's go now.
No, that will require some sort of Bugs Bunny-like jetpack for me to be wearing, like a Roadrunner, like the Coyote. But, Dion, who was on in hour number one, says it's all in my start, that if I get the mechanics of that down, I could definitely shave half a time.
He's exactly right.
Okay, I could do that. But since we go way back, can you, before you leave, talk smack about Tom Brady so I could play it for the next 3 weeks and use it as bulletin board material for this show? Can I get you to do that?
I'm not a smack talker, man. So you're not gonna get me to do that.
Okay. Just nothing about Brady? Can we just?
No, nothing about Brady. Nothing.
Okay, DeMarcus, you're too veteran savvy, man. You're too savvy for it.
Hey! It is what it is, right?
Yes, that's one of my favorite NFL cliches. Thanks for calling in, DeMarcus. We'll chat again soon.
Thanks.
You bet. That's at DeMarcus Ware on Twitter.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.